Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I capture my favourite camera angles on board my motorcycle using my Insta 360 X4 Air. So what you'll need is a 360 camera, a selfie stick and a heavy duty clamp. So first up is my selfie shot. I use this shot on just about every bike video as it gives the effect of someone in front of you with a cameraman in the open tailgate looking back at you. Just better. Like all of the angles I'm about to show you, this raises your production quality no end. I often find that using these shots for less than 10 seconds at a time in your cut sequence really is a touch of class without overdoing it. I'm using this heavy-duty mount also on the Insta 360 website, which comes with a tool to really get a solid fix on your handlebars or frame. And you can mount the camera directly to it, as I'll show you later with another angle. But for a shot like this, then you'll need to mount your selfie stick to it, then angle the stick out the front, so the camera can capture the bike as well as you. But as you can see, to achieve a shot like this 10 years ago, you would have been looking at Hollywood. My next shot is the side view, and it's definitely my most used shot out of all of my 360 angles. Within the free app for your desktop or your phone, whichever works best for you to process the footage afterwards, remember that from this one camera angle you can select a crazy amount of different angles, as all the reframing is done in post and not when you're out shooting. Now, here's my first top tip, and please remember that this is how I do this, because the majority of roads I ride on are country roads, and I want the option of pulling in the selfie stick should I be faced with oncoming traffic, as the roads where I live are extremely narrow, and I really don't fancy the camera being clipped by another vehicle. So I prefer not to use the clamp and instead just sit on the selfie stick so I can slide it from side to side. If you still want to achieve this shot without freeing up a hand whilst riding, then of course you can attach the heavy duty mount again to the side of your frame. It should also be noted that I only ever use my left hand to make these adjustments, as I never want to leave the throttle or the brake in case of an emergency, even though this literally takes only a second. And of course, it's the same process for the opposite side of the bike. I absolutely love these shots. Whilst the selfie stick is unclamped, I also like this angle. Still a side view, but you can see more of the surroundings. And again, if you're uncomfortable with this, then just don't do it. What works for me might not suit you, and of course you can also use the clamp just about anywhere to achieve the same angles as I'm demonstrating here. This is also a favourite angle of mine and can be dropped in anywhere to cover a join between two scenes, as all you can see is the bike and the road and no surroundings, which might otherwise jump cut in your edit. I refer to it as my get out of jail shot because it has saved my edit sequences so many times. These shots are another top tip for getting you out of just about any tricky edit situation, as you can pretty much drop them in anywhere. You can use the mount if you have engine guards, or failing that you can extend your selfie stick down from your handlebar mount. And like all of these shots, you can manoeuvre the framing in post until you're happy with that killer shot. This is what I refer to as the chase shot. It's another great angle for showing the view that you're riding into. I should mention that my selfie stick is the shorter one, but for this particular angle you could get away with using the longer one, which would show the whole bike and therefore make it look like a drone was tracking you. For mounting, the selfie stick is clamped onto the rear luggage rack. You can also track the riders behind you within the software and then digitally move around to reveal exactly where you're heading again. It's all very clever stuff. And the reason I use a carbon fibre selfie stick is, first of all, because they're normally a lot less weight than a traditional selfie stick, so it's more forgiving on the clamp. And secondly, they tend to flex less. So you can always notice on a cheaper selfie stick that sometimes, especially when you're riding a motorcycle in the wind, that if they do bend, you can see them coming in beyond the stitch line, and it just looks like a horrible black smudge coming into your picture somewhere. And finally, a little word about the Insta 360 X4 Air. You may be wondering where my DJI 360 camera has gone. Well, the answer to that is back to DJI, because I had a little bit of an accident with it, and unfortunately it does not have interchangeable lenses like the Insta 360 X4 Air. So that's a big reason I plumbed for this, and also I love the natural colour profile straight out of this camera. And on top of that, it's a lot less weight than other 360 cameras I've used. So that's why I'm using this. And on top of that, if that's not enough, if you fancy buying one of these, I do have an affiliate link. Full disclosure here, I do get a small little kickback if you buy one through my link, which all helps the channel. Okay, once again, really appreciate you being here, and I'll be back on YouTube very soon. In fact, next Saturday at 8 o'clock, because that's my time slot for my videos. However, these camera techie videos do not have a regular time slot. So if you're interested in this sort of stuff, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ding the bell, because you'll only be notified that way. Like I say, these videos will not have their own regular time slot. So just before I do sign off, I'd like to play you a short montage of all of the angles I've just talked about within this video, and to thank you once again for tuning in. Really, really appreciate you being here. Dave Perry, Really Good TV.